Hello and welcome back to Clicks on the Side. Today we are doing a modern age theme team build, but this one's going to be a little different. I actually had a request to try to build a team around a certain character, so that's what I decided to do. I was able to test it out last week at my LCS, and it did all right. But I wanted to get your guys' opinion and go ahead and get it on camera so he could see the team that I put together. All right. The request was to revolve a team around the rare figure. Bump the camera. There we go. Rare figure from the next phase set. Rare number 34, Donny Blaze. Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't have tried this out because I personally didn't care for this figure that much, but I do enjoy a challenge, so we made a Donny Blaze team. It is going to be a mystical themed team. There's Donny Blaze. Rare number 34 has the mystical team ability, celebrity, and mystical keywords. Comes with the trait, ta-da! Hey, all part of the show. At the beginning of the game, generate a portal marker 5 squares away from any map edge. At the beginning of your turn, you may generate a number 9 demon on click number 1 adjacent to the portal marker. If you do, roll a d6. 1 through 3. The generated demon is friendly to an opponent's force and is not scored when KO'd this game. 4. Generate another 009 demon on click number 1 adjacent to the portal marker. Then remove the portal marker from the game. 5 through 6, nothing happens. So that's one of the main reasons I don't like them. Yes, you can generate a more people for your team, but you got a 50-50 shot that demon just becomes useful to your opponent. Speaking of, this is the demon that he can generate. There he is. And there is the demon's card. Dubious little creatures trait. At the beginning of your turn, demon may deal 1 damage to an adjacent opposing character. Has flurry and shape change as well as tiny sized and flight. So while I can see how that's beneficial to you, a 50-50 shot for your opponent to get an annoying flurry with that 1 damage with its own type of poison, essentially. I just don't like those odds. In the game I played, I was lucky, and you don't have to roll the d6. So I chose not to. Many turns, but out of the 3 turns I did, 2 out of the 3 I got the demon, and then the 3rd time it was too late in the game for the demon to really help him. Let's see. 45 points, has a range of 3, and has a special movement on the back there. He has the Stolen Sling Ring, phasing teleport and sidestep. Free. Place Donny Blaze or an adjacent friendly character up to 4 squares away from their current square. If you do, an opponent may then place that character up to 1 square away from their new current square. Excuse me. So that also came in handy. The sidestep, pretty much you can go ahead and use his free first. Place him where you want to. Your opponent can then choose to move him 1 square if you do. Then you still have the sidestep to move him back if you need to. Or if he can sidestep somewhere else that's more beneficial, great. Does also have some smoke screen, has barrier, and shape change throughout the dial. Not terrible, just he's definitely more of a support piece, and he's not one I would normally go after. But I think in this team it can work. So there's Donny Blaze. So he's not a big hitter, so we are going to need some big hitters. And that's where I went next from the Wheels of Vengeance set. And it was super rare number 041A, Lilith. There she is. She has the mystical team ability. Also has the deity, monster, mystical, and ruler keywords. Has the trait, a new body for a new era. The first time Lilith would be KO'd, instead turn her to click 7 and roll a d6. Heal her equal to the result, protected pulse wave. So that right away makes her beneficial because you essentially, for 75 clicks, could potentially get 14 clicks of health. At least 8. 9, technically, because if you put her back on 7 and even get a 1, so yeah, so it's 9 clicks of health. Also has the trait, Mother of Demons. Leadership. When Lilith uses it and succeeds, after resolutions, generate a Lilith bystander. Which I do happen to have one right here from the Wheels of Vengeance Dice and Token set. So as you can see, has charge, precision strike, close combat, combat reflexes, and empower. And you'll notice that it does not say max of however many. There were 2 Liliths in the Dice and Token pack, so theoretically you could have more than 1 Liliths out there. 75 points, does have improved targeting through characters. Or not improved, but can shoot adjacent characters, I should say. Does also have a special attack later on. Am I a Demon? Steal energy when Lilith uses it and heals. Until your next turn, she can use Impervious, even if this power is lost. So very handy. You can phase teleport her right up into the heat of things because she has combat reflexes. And still shoot because she has that special targeting. With her Pinsai and Shape Change to start off. Then moves into Super Senses, Prob, and Charge with that Steal energy, with a shot to get Impervious on top of that. So very solid figure. That will keep her going. And it is the big hitter you need when you have Donny Blaze on the team. But I feel like we still need a little bit more firepower. So next, we went to Avengers 60th with Super Rare 046 Morgan Le Fay. Get her right over there. Morgan Le Fay also has the Mystics team ability. Latveria, Mystical, Past, and Ruler keywords. Comes with the trait Necromancer. Leadership, Mastermind. When Morgan Le Fay uses leadership and succeeds, you may instead generate a zombie bystander. That's one thing I forgot to mention with Lilith. It is not instead of. You can take away the token and generate the Lilith bystander. With Morgan Le Fay, it's one or the other, which still isn't bad. And you can actually get those zombie bystanders 2 different ways. You can get the Dice and Token pack from Avengers 60th, and it comes with 2. That is the red set. I believe there was a yellow set as well. The red set has the zombie bystanders. And you can see that they do have mystics. Now, if you've been collecting for a while or are lucky enough to find one, and you like a more 3D approach, you can actually bring out on click number 1 from the Undead set, the rare zombie shambler has the same combat values. So if you prefer having a 3D bystander, that is something you can absolutely pull out. It just doesn't have the mystic thing on there, but yeah. There he is. Back into Morgan Le Fay. So that was her trait. Also has a special movement on her top dial, which we would be using at 100 points. Mind Control. Mind Control is free, but only to target an adjacent character. Very good. You can't go wrong with some free Mind Control. Special Defensive Power, ESD, and Super Senses, Protection from Evil. And it also has a special Damage Power, Close Combat Expert, Empower, and Probability Control. Not bad at all. She does have 2 dials between the 100 and 40. Definitely prefer the 100. I feel like the 40 is just too squishy, even with the Mastermind. You're kind of really hoping you hit at least 1 or 2 leaderships to be able to keep her afloat. But at the 100, I like it, especially with the flight and the range of 4. So that is Morgan Le Fay. I'm sorry. That leaves us with 80 points on this team. And that's where I'm going to go with probably my favorite figure currently. Definitely from the next phase set, my favorite figure. And I'm planning to use him a lot lately, or a lot more often. You'll probably see more videos of him because of how much I love him. We got Wong at 75 points. Super rare, number 051 from Marvel's Next Phase. I love him for this. He has so many keywords that he can use, and I just love this figure. Let's get this framed up just a little better real quick. There we go. All right. Wong has the Power Cosmic and Mystical team ability. Has the has the Avengers, Celebrity, Martial Artist, and Mystical keywords. And he is unique, and he should be. Comes with a trait. I required a worthy opponent. If Wong is adjacent to exactly one opposing character, and neither is adjacent to any other characters can't be moved or placed adjacent to either of them, and can't target either of them. So if your opponent has a trouble piece and you want it gone, Wong's your boy. He will take care of you. You can phase teleport right up. Well, we'll get into that here in just a second. He has a special movement of phasing teleport, Plasticity. When Wong uses phasing teleport, after resolutions, he can use Flurry as free. So you phase teleport right up to someone, tie them up with his trait so that nobody else can help that character out. That's no targeting for Outwit. That's no targeting, well, he's Power Cosmic. No targeting for Probability Control. No targeting for Perplex. That character is now on its own. Then you're up there. That's Plasticity, so they have to roll a 6 to even try to get away. And then there's the Flurry with the Precision Strike and his special damage power, the Sorcerer Supreme. Exploit Weakness, Probability Control, Giant Reach 2. So it's phase teleport right up to base them with your oh my goodness, Plasticity, Precision Strike with Exploit Weakness. Yeah, it's going to take a pretty big ask to stand up to that. Because on top of all of that, I said we had 80 points left. He's 75 points. We're giving him Bucky's Arm. That's a 13 for 4 on a free flurry. So you could potentially be doing 8 penetrating damage if both attacks hit. Now, he does have one other thing going for him. He does have Stock Click. On his last click, I must depart. Stop. Super Senses, Toughness. When this click is first revealed, immediately place Wong up to 3 squares away from his current square. So that's not wait until your turn and move. That's as soon as that pops up, you can have him try to get away. Very handy indeed. Once you do that, he does have a charge for 3, so you can potentially charge back in and get that steel life to bring him back a click and try to do it all over again. But ideally, you never have to worry about getting down there with his phase teleport on the top. I just love this Wong, and I feel like he can do so many things. And I have an Avengers team that I have with him now that I'll probably do again. I know I've done 2 Avengers team builds already, but I feel like I want to show it off. But that is my build for something inspired by Donny Blaze. Let me know what you think. It did the job. It did win. It took some getting there with the Morgan Le Fay. Didn't do as well as I had hoped. Wasn't able to get Lilith up where I wanted her to right away. It kind of threw it off. But that was my first time using some of these figures, so it's a learning experience. I think if I played with it a little bit more, it would do even better. But let me know what you think. If you have any ideas for a theme team or someone you want me to build around, let me know. But until next time, this has been Clicks on the Side.